Hey guys, Mr. T here, just doing a quick video on why negative numbers are equivalent to -1 times by a particular number. So just the first point to understand is an equal sign means the expressions on both sides are equivalent in any situation. So once we've established that one thing is equal to another, that's in all cases, okay? So that carries on, we can rely on that being a true statement forevermore. So in previous years, you should know that -1 times by 2 is -2. So if we turn that around, because I've just said that an equal sign means that this expression is the same as that, we can turn it around, it means exactly the same thing. So -2 is equivalent to -1 times by 2. Can you see how all that I did was I put this side of the equation on the other side. All I did was switch it around. So this is a true statement, this is a true statement. The same thing carries on. -1 times by 5 is equivalent to -5. And so if I turn it around, -5 is equal to -1 times by 5. Now we've already established a pretty basic pattern here. There is a number matching here. The only difference between them is this is a negative version of the number on the left-hand side. And what did I do to make it negative? I times it by -1. Same here. I've got a 5 and I've got a 5 here, but this one is -5. How did I get it to become -5? I multiplied it by -1. So basically in a similar fashion, negative this box. I don't know what's in this box, but based on the information that I've just done with a couple of examples, negative this box is achieved by multiplying the box by -1. Okay? And so I'm going to reveal what these boxes are. -12 is equivalent to -1 times by just 12. I'm going to do the same for the bottom. Negative the box, whatever it is equivalent to -1 times by the box. And so now in this case, that box was 99. And that is a true statement again. -99, negative version of 99, is equivalent to, or was achieved by, multiplying straight 99 by -1. So in the general situation, not thinking about any particular numbers, in general you could say negative any box, this red one here, equals -1 times by that red box. So we're going to think of the red box as being something, right? Negative something equals -1 times by that something. So that is the general rule that this whole video is going to be on the basis on. Negative something equals -1 times by the something that we started off with in the first place. So this relationship continues regardless of what the something is, even if it's complex and has multiple terms. So I've rewritten that again. Negative something equals -1 times by something. But this time I've made the something a bit more complicated. It's got multiple terms to it. So when I reveal this, I'll move it. It's a set of brackets. I'm saying negative of all of x plus 2. The negative version of all of x plus 2. And from what we've established previously, the negative version of a number is equivalent to -1 times by that number by itself, the positive version of that number. So hopefully you should see that underneath this something is going to be the positive version of x plus 2. No negative sign in front of it, just x plus 2, which you'll see here. And from our repeated examples above, that is a true statement. All right? And so now we have a situation of distributive law. I have a number on the outside of the brackets that I'm multiplying by the complete set of brackets here. In algebra, we don't write the times sign, so what you've seen in previous years, it should look like this, -1 bracket x plus 2. So negative x plus 2. I didn't do anything to this side. All I did was remove the multiplication on this side. So we have this statement with an equal sign that says that this expression here, negative of the brackets x plus 2 is equivalent to negative 1 times by the x plus 2. This is the same as this. Hopefully you can see the link there. Negative, instead of 99, it's x plus 2 this time. And that is equivalent to negative 1 times by x plus 2, whereas before it was 99. And so now we can apply the distributive law and work it out. So it's going to be negative 1 times by x is negative x. And then this is the key here. You're doing negative 1 times by 2, which is going to be negative 2. So that shows the importance of when you're subtracting something that's got multiple terms, it's a bit more complex than a single number. You need to bracket it so that you can say that the subtraction, the minus of that complex thing, is the same as multiplying it by negative 1, and then you can distribute the negative 1 to both terms. Okay, the importance of that becomes clear when, for example, you were, I don't know, let's say 6 take x take 2. This is a tricky situation that if you ignored these rules, you would be wrong. So some people might just look at this and go, I'm just taking x take 2, so I can write 6 take x take 2, brackets removed. That's not correct, because that negative was not distributed to both the x and the negative 2. It was distributed to the x because negative times what a negative version of x is negative x, but a negative version of negative 2 is not negative 2. So you have to follow the rules that were given above, and you're actually going to write is equal to 6 take. And what we've established here is that the negative version, negative everything x take 2, is the same as negative 1 times by the x take 2. So that's exactly what I'm going to write. Negative 1 times by x take 2. And now you're not going to make the mistake of not distributing the negative, because you can see that it's distributive law. So you're going to go 6. What's negative 1 times by x? Negative x. What's negative 1 times by negative 2? Positive 2. And now you can get the correct answer. 6 plus 2 is 8. And negative x is remaining 8 take x. That's the actual answer to this. And how did we get here? From establishing this rule that a negative version of something is equivalent to negative 1 times by that something. Hopefully that helps you out. See you in the next video.